Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, robots, and little lizard monsters, I am Johnny,
I'm BaronJ67.
and you are tuned into the StarCrossed Gamers podcast, episode 12 after a long hiatus. Baron,
Yeah,
how are you doing, my friend?
man, I am living the dream. So it's pretty cool. I finally took the big step, and I finally got my rig. I got my PC rig. That's a huge part of the break that we took. Um, I finally got a PC, and I'm super happy. And oddly enough, I did not realize how much this was gonna pull me away from all my console gaming. It absolutely snatched me away from it. My consoles haven't been turned on in Lord knows how long. I don't even think I got the free games that are being offered on PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live right now, which I'm probably going to do
Ah,
after this to go download. That's how much, that is how much I've been pulled away from my consoles. And then we can talk more about like what that means in terms of like, for me at least, with the new consoles coming up. But yeah, that's what's been up. So what's been going on with you, Johnny?
well, just like you, I also bought myself a new rig. Uh, you know, uh, definitely a huge investment for me, but uh, very satisfied with it. It is an absolute monster. And just like you, again, my Xbox is literally collecting dust in the corner, not being acknowledged or even turned on. I just have so little respect for it these days. But yeah, definitely been just, playing games that I've never had the ambition of playing before, just due to, a bad laptop. But, you know, it's so liberating. It's so much more freedom.
It's nuts, man. It's absolutely crazy how much like it was literally opening Pandora's box. That's what this was. Getting a rig that can run, like I went on canyourunit.com or canirunit.com, and at that point in time there was no game I could not run. Like it said, and of course they don't give 100% guarantee, but it said 99% of games I can play. I can for sure play all top 100 games on the PC right now. And seeing that was such a eye-opening experience because I've never been at the curve or ahead of the curve when it comes to PC gaming. I've always been at least 2 years behind. I'm still quote unquote behind. Like it's not like I'm rocking a 2080 Ti or better. Like no, I believe I got a
Mhm.
2060 Super, and I stuck with an i7, a high end i7 Intel processor in order to save money, and that I trusted. Like some days I wish I would have spent a couple $100 more and got a better processor, but still, for what I have, it absolutely is a workhorse, and it's 1,000 times better than what I was previously working with. Like I remember one of the major reasons we were actually thinking about this game or this getting PCs was for Mountain Blade Bannerlord. And
Oh, no.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've played it at all on this rig. I feel like if I went and checked my Steam, I don't know if I would be able to check just for like as in this platform, but I haven't played it at all. Not that I can remember.
Oh, man, yeah. I haven't really touched it either. Now I have I've streamed a little bit of it, but other than that, I have just not played it recreationally at all. It's really sad. Both of us have waited 8 years
Yeah, a
for this
very
game
long
to
time.
come out, and then once we both have it at our fingertips, what happens? Crickets.
Crickets. I could say I've played. It's so weird looking at the list of games that I've played more of than Bannerlord, No Man's Sky, Deceit, Dying Light, Kenshi, Mordau, Starbound. It's absolutely nuts the games I've played, and I don't think it's nothing negative against Bannerlord. That's not at all it. I just think that Bannerlord was such an advanced game that my crappy my not let's not call it crappy because it carried me for years. My low end gaming PC could play. It was such an
Hmm.
advanced game. that it was just one of the top games I could play. So now that I can play any game, it's Pandora's box. And it's hard to put the lid back on and like slow down. Like, okay, do this first, do that. Because like, okay, we'll start off with Dying Light, because that's a for sure finite game that we can finish, which is something I want to finish. So, folks, just to let you know, we have been, well, in the past we've live streamed Dying Light. Me and Johnny, we did co-streams where we're both playing the game, and I absolutely love it. It's a fun game. There's a level of intensity to it, especially now that they took away the superpowers. Like, the game instantly changes. Like, when you had superpowers, oh, the game felt cheap, it felt easy. It felt like a platformer with zombies. But the
but it
moment
felt fun.
it was fun, yes. But the moment you take away superpowers, it turns into a horror survival game. What it is, like at its fullest. You're all of a sudden, it's taking like 5 hits with a mid-tier weapon over the head to kill one zombie.
Oh
Like,
yeah, the difficulty gets cranked up by a couple notches.
it makes you feel so stupid. And it really does, because I remember when I accidentally turned off the feature while we were playing Dying Light. uh I was sitting there really bugging out at how like hard it got while you still had the game mode on. So you're sitting there Superman and through this place, and I'm legit fighting for my life against basic zombies, not even god tier zombies. Like it's just nuts at what was going on.
Oh yeah, gone are the days of what is it? Drop kicking the big dude with the
Oh
rebar club to stun
yeah.
him, and then one hit power fisting him to death. The, no more can you do that.
Power fisting. I'm
Oh
such a
no.
child. I'll never grow up. I feel bad for my wife and kids. I'm just a kid. I'm just a big kid. But no, dude, like but for me, that's what actually like, because when we first loaded it up, it's been years since I played Dying Light. I bought the game when it came out, beat it. I never played the DLC, but the OG story I did beat all the way through. Enjoyed the hell out of it. Thought it was dope. So loading it back up with Superman mode, it tripped me out. I was like, I don't remember, because we didn't know that it was a mode.
No.
We didn't know that it was a current game thing that was going on at that point in time. So for me, it was a strange thing of, I didn't remember the game being this easy. I was like, damn, well, maybe I was just a kid or something. Like, I really was questioning my whole reality, because I was like, I don't remember the game being this. Like, I'm all selling it to you as this horror game that we're not going to be able to get through because we're going to be getting the crap kicked out of us. What up, Winston? That we're going to be getting the crap kicked out of us, and we're going to be totally getting beat down, and it's going to be a slog fest, and we're really going to have to craft and work together and watch each other's back. And then we get in the game and we're fucking Marvel superheroes running around like fucking Captain America and Thor, just beating the living crap out of any zombie that we come across, jumping the nightmare creatures that come out at
Oh,
night. Like, we're literally like, we were wrecking. Like, and I have plenty of video that I'll probably should upload over this section. We were wrecking fools. Like, it was bad. Drop kicking zombies off of buildings, drop kicking them across the streets, and it was absolute bonkers. Uh, and then to get a dose of reality of what the game really is, and your kicks are now basic, like just to literally get them off of you. Like, okay, kick, boom, that just pushes them back like half a foot, just to give you breathing room to swing your weapon and hit them with the shaft part instead of the head. And now all of a sudden you only did a little bit of damage, and now they're biting you and ripping your throat out.
and
Like,
then you just died.
and then you just died. It's nuts, man. But yeah, Winston, we're just shooting our podcast, bro. We're just here chatting it up. You down? Please hang out with us. More than welcome. Um, what's up? But yeah, tell me about, what do you think about the experiences that is Dying Light, Johnny?
Yeah, like you explained just then. I started the game at least, just fresh off the boat, more or less, just with God mode enabled, more or less. And man, I was just like, wow, I didn't. This is really fun. Just just being able to one hit zombies in the head and just kind of send them flying with the drop kick. Just that was very entertaining and very fun. And then I learned that the community event ended and it was just down to like scrub mode. I'm just like, wow, this is definitely not more as fun anymore because I think it was just a case of the expectations, right? I
Mm.
played for a few nights and that's what the game was, and then suddenly it was ripped away from me, and I'm just like, oh man, this isn't what I got like used to. Because I didn't play the game before with God without the God mode, so it's just like, oh man.
And
Because
oh, go ahead.
like I said, there, I can't just stun and super punch the big dudes to death anymore. Now they're just like untouchable. But thankfully, though, like I think we have it recorded of us sitting on the gas station roof, just kind of goading out the super dudes at
Yep.
night with the guns and flashlights. That was still fun, and I think that's something we can probably still do. But
Oh yeah. The game instantly becomes a cheese fest now. Like we're definitely going to have to cheese our way through it, and the teamwork is going to be real. Like I'm not going to play that game solo. I remembered
no.
why I hated playing. Like I'm shocked I beat it playing solo, but I think that was around a time where I didn't have money to buy a bunch of games. So it was
Hmm.
one of those things where I bought it, I gotta finish it, and not. And let me rephrase, because it's not a bad game. Like let me tell you, this is one of the more complete zombie game, like the Walking Dead zombie style games. This is probably one of the most complete, story wise, gameplay wise. uh it even gives you methods. Like there are still ways without the Superman or God mode on, of cheesing zombies into a way of still getting easy kills. Like if you're standing next to spike walls or traps, that is the
Hmm.
easiest way to get them, because they'll be charging at you and you can like hip toss them into into the spikes and get the instant kill. So there's still ways of doing the cheese mode, but now stamina, weapon durability, and hordes really matter now. Like you're not punching your way through 5 or 6 zombies anymore. Like that,
No.
those. I'm happy there's certain missions we finished before the God mode got turned off.
Oh
Like
God.
the power plant. Could you imagine doing that power plant now?
Oh no.
Like
I think, well, like we saw, like when we finished that
what's
mission,
up, Rock?
how the power plant came on and it like started doing all the electricity throughout the
Mm-hmm.
plant. Nobody was there, so we were just like, "Oh, what's it doing?" But I can 100% imagine, normal players not being able to kill like 200 zombies at once,
Yeah,
and that would turn on and instantly kill them all, and that would be an entertaining experience to see. But
because especially
just
since you earned it. Like, oh yeah, we definitely earned this. Like,
hmm
yeah, it makes the game, like it wasn't that it was not fun, because it was very fun, but it wasn't the experience I warned you about. And that's where I felt like I felt like I was lying to you. Like I was like, dude, I swear this game was, it was something totally different. Like what the hell is going on here? Like folks, I really prepped Johnny. Like, dude, this is like jump scares. This is like when you get cornered, you might as well chalk it up to a L, or you're fighting a decent mid-grade zombie and all of a sudden your weapon breaks and you're trying to get to your weapon wheel and you're trying to run away, and you're like, there's so many things I was prepping them for, and then we get in there and we're like freaking One Punch Man, uh punching zombies across the city, and I was like, what is going on? Like it was weird. um
we discovered it by accident too.
yeah, because we were trying to play the game legit and you were like, dude, punches and kicks are the meta, and I was like,
Yeah, I was
what?
like, oh man, I didn't, because I do remember what is it, Dead Island 1, I think. There was like that
Who do you
the
voodoo
one of the
bitch?
characters was like the rapper dude.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember his name, but he was
He was,
big into like fist fighting, and I remember that being like a tactic on playing.
yep.
So I feel like, oh, okay, so they just gave you that option. Nope. But I do feel like that's something they should let you toggle on and off.
It's like, who do you voodoo, bitch? That was my song.
Just
Um,
have just like a toggle. Do you want to have fun or do you want to play the game legit?
I
Give
got
us the
you.
choice.
What up, Sosa? It's you know what? That's a legit thing. Like I know a lot of people who don't play Souls and Dark Souls light board and Soulsborne games for that reason because it's a slugfest and it is more of a I call those games like chess. Like you really just play it just to sharpen yourself. Like it's just a thing to work your brain. Like in my opinion. Some people truly do find them extremely fun. I find them fun once I get a hang of it and then that's when the fun kicks in. Like playing I was replaying Dark Souls, which I'm gonna legitly say I've never beat any of the Dark Souls games. I think the one I got the furthest in would happen to be it'd be between Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls. Those are the ones that I got the furthest in terms of killing bosses and whatnot. I always make it to like the sludge and toxic areas and I get burnt out. I'm like, okay, like I need a break because it's just a constant thing of healing and taking the poison resistance, taking the toxic resistance, which for those who don't know, there are two different things in this universe. You getting toxicity and you getting poisoned. Two very different things. There is a remedy for that encompasses both, but it's expensive. Then there's the remedies that encompass each one individually. Um it's a hellscape and it's something I wish I could fast forward through or if I can hand the controller over to somebody else to finish they can beast through it. But the reason I bring these up is I could imagine those games being a bigger success because they're already successful. Like that's not the problem, but I could imagine them being so much more successful and more wide reaching if you could legit turn off the get good mode.
Yeah, because it doesn't even take away from the experience. It's people that literally, well, like, think of it like this. If someone literally can't beat it, like they've spent like 3 hours trying to beat a boss and they just can't do it, I feel like letting them turn on easy mode or whatever just to let them continue. I feel like that should be a thing. Like the get good culture does not eliminate that as an option.
You know what? It's funny because on the other hand, I look at these games legit, and when I say it, I mean it. I look at these as chess. Like it's not a. This is not checkers. These are chess games. Like you, like it. The only way to get through it is to get good. What's up, Dre? And it. I'm not gonna lie. When I beat certain bosses, like there was this giant I think it's before you get to the toxic area in Dark Souls 1. When I beat this when I beat the gargoyle twins in Dark Souls. That was one of
Hmm.
the most I felt so damn good. It was such an adrenaline rush. It was such an endorphin booster. Like I felt like there was nothing I couldn't do. And that's what I tell myself when I'm playing a game that's hard. It was like I've played Darks. This ain't shit. Like that's how I like mentally keep myself in it. Like no, bump that. I've played Dark Souls. And I haven't beaten it, but I've gotten far in Dark Souls. Kiss my ass. I've cut the tail off of dragons, damn it. Like
You, now that I think about it, there is like a middle ground here. If you remember that Star Wars Dark Souls game you played, Fallen Order,
oh
I do recall there being difficulty sliders
oh
and a certain section of the game, which we
felt
won't
impossible.
mention.
Felt impossible.
Uh, you were playing the game on hard, and then you're just like, okay, I can't do it, and then you turned it down a bit to complete it, and then you put it back. Why
You're
can't that
right.
just be a thing in other games?
You're no, I'm with you. I'm with you. And it's a very fair point and it would open up the game to more people. It could only be only people who would truly be mad about it are the tryhards and
The
core
purists.
fan. Yeah, the purists. They're the only. But you're talking to somebody who was mad about Audible. Um, but now I'm an Audible fan. Who knows when's the last time I cracked open a book outside of like reading to my kids for bedtime. But like legit, I I get it. That would open it up. That would be a big community hit. It would be really beneficial. So other games that we've been playing. Let's talk about Deceit for a bit because I really want to get back into it. Just
Yeah, it was
because,
a fun time.
dude, it was so much fun. The amount of lying and scheming that goes into such a simple shooter, like it's funny how they took a game and even though it's a shooter, it's really a community heavy game. Like, of course, you can't play it without other people, but they really they found something special in that. And I'm late to the party because I know the game's been out for a long time. It's nothing new. But I love finding gems like this because it is so much fucking fun. And then you really it puts you in a space not to trust anybody.
No, yeah, 100%.
Like I just it was so crazy. I want to say the first two matches I was a monster,
Yep, I
and
remember.
yeah, and I felt so bad because I'm sitting here laughing my ass off, like acting like I don't know what's going on, like it doesn't have a big toxic what does it say, tainted or
Infected.
infected. Yeah, giant infected sign pop up across my screen, and I gotta act like I'm not infected, and then I gotta figure out a way to go around draining blood without anybody seeing me, and then I gotta go around and like help people basically find me and keep me under the radar. And then I found out you can destroy the like how you can turn on those levers to give power to the
Mhm.
items. You can destroy those, but of course, like people are gonna hear
They
you
take
over
a
there
while.
they take a while to destroy, so it's almost like not even worth the risk. One of the funnier moments for me was when I think it was like my second match being infected, and somebody got a scanner, and they were trying to scan everybody, and thank God the
Yep, that was
power went
me.
off right when the scanner got brought out, and I was able to transform and try and kill somebody, which I failed miserably because I think Johnny shot me up. Um,
I did.
yeah, and I'm all sitting there acting like I'm not the monster. But I will tell you who the greatest liar in this game is. It's Johnny.
That's not true.
Johnny is an absolute villain. I have a really hard time trusting him now. My kids still do not trust Johnny. My youngest is like she speaks, but she for the most part mumbles. She's like Johnny Man Monster, and I'm like, yep, Johnny Man's monster. Um,
Listen, y- listen. Okay, I was trying to learn the game, and I was asking about like game mechanics, and you lied. Okay, so I I made sure to do you dirty,
yeah, I
and I
can't blame you.
did.
I can't blame you, bro. I absolutely can't blame you because I told like I get it. I totally I caused some problems there. But it
But yeah,
was but that's the point of the game, folks. So just to give you background on the game, I can't believe I just talking like everybody knows what Deceit is. Deceit is a game where you get six people and two people are infected with the disease, and you guys are trying to escape out of this facility while completing a series of tasks such as collecting collecting what are those things called
fuses.
fuses, collecting fuses to exit the facility. That's kind of your point. So you start off with a pistol and a knife, and then there's like different items laid around the map. But in order to access the items, they either have little puzzles or they require two or more people to accomplish. So like in
Hmm.
order to get a cure for if you're poisoned, if you're attacked by a contaminated person, you have to hit these three targets in order to unlock the item. And like there'll be a shotgun out there, but in order to get the shotgun somebody has to stand on a platform in order to let you get the shotgun and not them. So it's they really play heavy on the whole like not prisoner's
Trust.
dilemma, but yeah, like they play heavy into human psychology in this game, and it's a really layered game that it's so funny. It doesn't even tell you, hey, if you're the bad guy, make sure to lie to your friends. It doesn't even tell you that. You just naturally start doing it. That
Mm-hmm.
is a crazy concept. And they've truly tapped into humans. Like they've figured it out. Like I don't even have to tell you, hey, you should lie. You will naturally do it. They give you no direction.
No.
It's gross.
Yeah, like actually first off, let me just say that deceit another way to just like sum up what it is. It's basically like the game mode Trouble in Terrorist Town for Gary's mod, except there's no detective and it's objective based. Just in case anybody's ever played that.
Hmm.
And it's kind of
Okay.
like a very popular like game mode or whatever, but uh there was one round where I was the infected and S- one of the dudes watched me drink blood. I mean, to this day, I still refute the fact that he actually watched it, but he did accuse me of it. And he just kind of ran around stabbing me and shooting me and knocking me down. And I was able to convince the rest of you to actually like get him on the ground, and all of you guys voted him out because I was just persuasive enough.
And he was like, "You guys are screwed. Like I hope you all lose." He even said it on his way out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's absolute craziness that that's the point of the game, and what makes it even so special is once again the game does not tell you any of this. It's not like you get a big intro. Okay, guys, this is how you play. So if you're the monster, try to convince your partners that you're not. It does not do that. At least I didn't see that. Did you?
No.
And that's a hell of a thing to just leave it up to the players and to let them. It's like Prisoner's Dilemma. It's the whole like prisoner jailer dilemma, like all of the like psychological tropes plays into this, and you fall right into line, no questions asked. Nobody yet has been, hey, I'm the monster, watch out for me. Nobody. And
No.
all the rounds we played.
Oh my God, yeah. So the if you're watching this as the video and not the live recording, there's a video on this channel
Yes.
that's like a highlights reel, and in one of those rounds, uh, I feel like we shouldn't have played with Discord open and us talk being able to talk to each other because you know, everybody, even you could hear me talking to my other infected buddy through the infected chat. And then I was like, what button is it to do the thing?
And
And I was
that's
like,
what freaked me out.
oh, T. Because you were the infected, so you knew exactly what I was talking about.
As soon
But,
as I heard T, I just start shooting. I didn't even.
hmm
And Johnny's a better shot than me when it comes to FPS games. And if you watch the video, you can clearly see because I had at least 5 shots on him, and he still took me down. Um,
you
like
even had the
it was.
armor vest.
Oh, that makes sense now. I sure didn't have the armor vest. That's funny. Now that makes sense because I easily dumped half a clip into you before you even started shooting, and you dropped
Hmm
me. Um, and still played it off and convinced those people you weren't the monster.
Yeah. I think, though, that part, my teammate there was actually
Hey,
pretty good.
Prim.
But other than that, yeah, definitely had a it's very fun when you actually succeed in convincing people. Other times, you don't really get away with it, but there are just some rounds. It's just like everything goes your way, and it's just like, oh, perfect. Like that one round with I didn't make the cut, but the one like maybe the round before that when it was me, you, and I don't know the other random innocent, and we had deduced
Oh,
who
we
it
figured them
was,
out.
and
Yeah.
we just rolled around in a tight group and just won.
Yep. We
That was
definitely they
fun.
came down the hallway, the lights went out and they were trying to get us. And what's dope is the lighting effects on the game is really good. Like when it goes dark, outside of the ambient light from like LED lights on the different areas, different items and whatnot, it's dark.
Oh
So
yeah.
all of a sudden you have your flashlight and you see like this weird monster thing coming down the hall trying to get you, and you're just shooting. So you just see muzzle flashes and like bits of the monster trying to get you, and they're looking at you through this like monster vision where they're like ultimate hunters, and
Yeah, they get to see you, but you can't see them.
yeah, you can't see them. Which it's the game is very fair. I will say that for a
Yeah, it
free to
is
play
balanced.
game, it is very balanced. For a free to play game, it is something. It is truly something special. Um, hey, what's up, Debo? Welcome to the podcast, bro. but um, but yeah, so I love the game. We haven't played much of it because, of course, we're variety streamers and we play wherever the whatever games the wind blows us to, and so now the one that we've been spending a lot of time on is No Man's Sky.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
now this scratches so many itches in terms of gaming for me. No Man's Sky for me is my dream game. Um, I wish I wish only thing that it's missing is whether it's a combat arena or more intricate combat in terms of like engaging with other humans or maybe like a horde mode, or they kind of have a horde mode, but the game is not meant to be a combat focused game, and that's not bad.
No.
That is not bad at all. That's not a negative against the game. It once that time comes, because I do imagine it coming, it's going to make it that much better. Um
Well, I think we're just real quick. It does change up in space though.
oh yeah, space combat's fun. It gets real. Space
Yeah.
combat gets very real. And
Oh
depending
yeah.
on what type of ship you're in, like me, I'm usually flying around in my hauler. I'm usually getting my ass kicked by high speed ships, and I got to make sure to overcompensate and have my shields really high and ready to be updated, ready to be refilled because I can't keep up with the fighters and they fly. So I'm getting flyby attacks. So I'll like drop out of speed and basically break and then turn and take hits and then hit them with my strongest attack. So but I have to be able to eat attacks if I'm flying around in my hauler. Now, if you give me my combat ship, it's high speed dogfight. Like I'm just totally keeping up. Um,
Hmm.
but what's really dope about the game for me, just to give a breakdown on it, No Man's Sky was the reason I bought a PlayStation 4. Sole purpose. Now, there's plenty of games on PlayStation 4 I love. Titles from PlayStation that are exclusives that I love, but I'm not here to talk about that. But with No Man's Sky, when I'll never forget seeing that E3 when they showed the game, it was immediately my little nerd fantasy. Like the idea when they got in the ship, flew around the planet, the full size planet that takes hours digitally to get across, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Well, let's go into space." And this dude tilted the nose of his ship up and he broke through the atmosphere, and all of a sudden it was a transition which you're flying and you're in complete control of, and there's no loading screen. There's a
Oh
he
yeah, that's the best
transition.
part.
That's dude, the best part. He transitioned into space. And then the color changed, relativity of time changed. My oh my god. Dude, I'm like, I'm not even doing it justice. This game, if you have any enjoyment of space, if you love looking up, if you've had fantasies of hopping in a spaceship, if you like base building, if you like resource farming, if you like vehicle collecting, trading, video game economies, I promise you, No Man's Sky is definitely a game that you need to pick up. And then what's even better is it's on Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. So if you have an Xbox, you can pick it up for free there. If you have a PC and you got, like me, I have Game Pass Ultimate, which I'm gonna be honest, I highly recommend. Especially for like me, as a variety gamer, Xbox Game Pass has saved me so much money because now I don't have that absolute need to go and buy new games all the time. $14 a month, I get access to over 100 PC games, and then I got access to over 100 console games, and they're top quality games, like for No Man's Sky, for example. And that was a hell of a plug, and they should definitely pay me for that.
Sponsored by Microsoft.
Right? We're not, but it'd be nice. And but no, dude, this game. So it's funny. I'm talking about the origin of the game. I'm not even talking about where it is now.
Oh no,
Now,
yeah, different place.
yeah. So the game originally it got boring because a lot of the story stuff they promised, a lot of the NPC interactions, and a lot of the things to do weren't in the game when it originally came out. So I put it down for about a year or two. Um, I'll say more to 2 years. Played it hard for a few months, but then it just I'm like, there's only so many times you can lift up, jump in a ship, take off, go to space. It's still cool, even on its worst day. It is still one of the coolest things you can do in video games. But if that's all you got, eh. Well, now with after the No Man's Sky Beyond update, what's up, Greg? Welcome. After the No Man's Sky Beyond update, they added a whole new avenue of stories to play. They added in multiplayer. They added in terrain, all-terrain vehicles. They added in missions, multiplayer, cross-platform play. Like we usually play with Kiddo and our Mr. Doja, and he plays on Xbox. So here it is. Me and Johnny are on PC playing with each other. And crazy thing about it, running with each other. And the crazy thing about it is I'm running on Xbox Game Pass. He's running it through Steam. And then Kiddo's running it through Xbox. So we're in three different ways running with each other on this game. And it's freaking amazing.
We
Um,
just need a friend on PS4 to complete the cycle.
right, the full cycle. What amazed me was the concept that there are so many planets that I may visit. Okay, it exactly Winston and Prim, 100%. The fact, yeah, that nobody else will see. I've been to planets and star systems that nobody else will go to or have been to, and the game has been out since 2016.
Yeah,
It
that's
it it it's beautiful. This is my I don't know if you guys can tell. I mean, I'm fanboying out pretty hard here. What's up, Murda? I this game if somebody put me on an island and was like, "What game would you want to you get one game to play for the rest of your life and that's it." I'd probably pick this one. At this point in time, simply for the fact that I could just float in space, bro. Like I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. Star Wars, Star Trek, recently Doctor Who. Like so space has all. I mean, the Final Frontier. I mean, come on. It's there, and then the fact that it's a legit infinite universe, and the fact that you can naturally run into somebody, which we've had happen at least twice on stream.
he, no, yeah, actually that is true.
I've had
Once
it happen
with us
twice where somebody
together.
came into our space, into our solar system, like our star system. I'm sorry. We're
Well,
hanging
someone's
out.
joined our group before, but I don't
Oh
I
yeah,
don't remember just like a
joining groups is
rando.
something different. I'm talking about like somebody randomly hyperspaced in on a random note, and they jumped in while we were in a star system, and it alerts you like so and so has entered the space, entered your space, and I'm like, holy crap! Like it's nuts.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, for
man.
sure, Winston. Um, it's so dude, like real talk, this game for me, and I'm excited that it's for one, let's give props. Yeah, the odds of it all. Let's give props to the small team that did it. This is a team over at Hello Games. Their game the game that came out before this one was a cell phone game called Joe Danger. A cell phone game. So that was the very if you go to hellogames.com, if I'm not mistaken, they have two games up. Joe Danger and No Man's Sky. The worlds of the leap that they took. And then it's a very small team. I,
It was like
if you told
15
me
at the time.
yeah, if they're over 50 right now, I'd be shocked. I
I don't remember.
because you got to think companies like Obsidian are barely at 100 people if that. So to imagine Hello Games being bigger, I really can't. And then they actually really like. Of course, you run into some bad because it is a procedurally generated game. Um, you run into some weird moments, but for the most part, They did a damn whatever algorithm they came up with, whatever code they generated. I would love for a lot of other games to use it. Could you imagine some other games out there? Like, imagine if Elder Scrolls had some type of this code incorporated.
I want a Star Wars game just like this, like reskinned.
Oh
That would
yeah,
be my game to die
yeah,
on.
100%. And I wouldn't even be mad at you. And it would totally be. It would be so dope because everything about it is already there. You got the lasers. You got only thing you would need is vibro blades and lightsabers. Like outside of that,
It'd
it's
just be a
already
straight reskin.
it would straight be a reskin. That's the only I think swords would be the only thing you need because you already have jetpacks, you already have guns, you already have mobile ground ships, you got space station. Like you already have everything.
Yeah, not much would have to change.
Yeah. But no, that is a good point, Prim. What I wonder is why no other game has really done this since it was made. Probably because you really are leaving a lot to chance. I could imagine that. Like it's almost like they threw one of the biggest Hail Marys, and I don't think they get much. Like they are acknowledged for it, but not as much as they could be. They've really changed the landscape. Let's be honest here. Procedurally generated games are not new. It's not a new thing. We know that. I'm not saying they did that, but the way that they created the algorithm for their procedurally generated universe, once again, folks, universe. The fact that I've been to so many planets and don't feel like I've been to the exact same one. I've came across anomaly planets where it was desolate, no atmosphere, and there was random bubbles and balloon creatures floating around.
Oh yeah, that part.
I've been to planets with like Starship Trooper bugs that are hostile that are just roaming around and as soon as you land they're attacking you. I've been to I believe we came across some gas planets that you really can't go to, right?
No,
Um,
no gas giants.
yeah, it's and then like different stars, like and then
Yeah,
the
that's tough.
photo, dude, the photo mode,
Yeah, oh yeah, you've gotten real much. You got a lot of fun out of that.
bro. I didn't. Believe me when I tell you, folks, I am
Hold on
not a
one second. You got
photo.
to carry.
Oh, got you. I am not a photo mode person when it comes to games. That's probably the least used anything I've ever done. Now maybe it's because now I got a stronger PC and the graphics wise it looks more enjoyable. Like if you're watching this on my live stream, you can the background you see is a capture I did in game on No Man's Sky, and it's me getting ready to fly through a black hole with the planet in the
Okay, my bad.
background. Oh, all good. So yeah, I don't think people get the concept of how massive it is. No, Prem, people really don't. And we don't really do it justice because we enjoy everywhere we go. So when we're playing, we'll go to a star system and spend all our like the whole stream there. Like for me it's not bad, but in terms of like okay, I got you, Winston. I'll check it out, bro. What's up, Demon? Welcome. I'm telling you, it's it's an absolute massive game that we I haven't even left the corner of the universe, the galaxy I'm in.
I think technically you have through black holes, but
Oh, it's only
I get what you
like
mean.
yeah, I've been in the same slice of pie of the galaxy this entire time.
Uh, yeah,
Like
the black holes have thrown me around a bit, but
for
generally, like most of
oh
the explored worlds are all in the same spot.
yeah, see, right, Demon? I'm telling you, man, it's such a wide space, and always when people ask me what I recommend it, I always say if you're into base building, if you're into vehicle collecting, space, like if you just like space, you need to play this game. Even if you didn't do nothing else but get your ship working and just fly around, you would enjoy. Man, I can't wait to put this game into my kids' hands just so they could just get like, look, that is considered a whatever type star. That is considered a black hole. And Nobody really knows exactly what happens, but this is a good estimate of what happens. Get thrown around, you tossed around, your equipment gets broken up and damaged, and then oh, we didn't even talk about like oh, after watching you guys play it, I want it. Yeah, bro, it's if that's what you're into, I highly recommend this game. Um, we didn't even talk about the languages. So we didn't even talk about lore. We didn't even talk about lore at all. I just literally talked about like physical things, like actual things you can do. There's a whole lore, and there's three. Well, there's like four major species, three that you interact with on a regular basis. And they all have their deep backstory. They all have their own language that you have to go out and learn. It's not a thing of you just giving it and you can speak to them. No, until you go out and take the time to learn the language, which in comparison to when the game first came out, it's a lot easier, less grindy. It's still grindy, but believe me when I tell you, for somebody who played the game day one versus 4 years later, a lot less grindy. And you have to learn the language in order to get certain giveaways. Like the game, like I've gotten a cool gun from somebody. It was broken, of course, and I had to go out and fix it, but it was still way better than the weapon I had. And it was given to me simply because I understood what the guy was asking me to do, and I did it. And he thanked me by giving me a broken weapon that was high quality. I've had people give me ships. I've been giving boosts to my equipment. There's the resource management. Man, I can like literally there is so much going on in this game. And on top of it being procedurally generated, it is like Prim said, like Prim brought up, I'm truly shocked more games haven't like I'm really shocked nobody's reached out to Hello Games and said, "Can I borrow your code?"
Well, I feel like there's probably a reason out there why nobody's done it. I
True.
mean,
Very true.
if you look at the initial release, you know, we don't have to really tread over it too much, but
True.
you know, based off of how it was handled, I can 100% see other companies kind of getting the cold shoulder or whatever. Is it cold shoulder or cold feet? I don't remember, but the whatever it
Oh,
is, I
being
can
nervous
definitely see
about it.
people, yeah,
Yeah,
being like,
cold feet.
well,
Yeah.
I don't
Thank you,
know if
Damon.
that's something I want to do, but
Understandable.
if I mean, I guess if you just kind of treat it right and don't make promises that you know are not in the game yet, or just release it when the game's ready, maybe that's something different. But I don't know, like PR and stuff like that, and like reputations go a long way within the industry. I know that much.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I'm really grateful, right, Prima? Because some of the worlds and resources, yeah, like people did get over that, got bothered by that aspect of the resources being the same, and a lot of the because it's only so much you can do, and there's so many ways they throw it together. But one thing I will say though is for a game that's procedurally generated, it is very well put together. I've run into very few major issues. Like I've had freighters like come into come into the star system I'm in, and I'm trapped in the middle of them just because I was flying in their path, and they materialized on top of me. I've had that happen, but not enough to break me from the game. I think that's only happened like once.
Oh, that's happened
Um,
to me like 3 times.
got you. Yeah, for me it's only happened once. I've landed on a planet and started falling through the ground because I don't know if maybe somebody previously dug there and the game was trying to make it look new, but it really wasn't. I've had but these are problems you can get in any game.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another part of it. Um, hey Johnny, go ahead and carry for a sec.
Got you. But just think, you know, it's a little different from what we're talking about at this very second. But my experience with No Man's Sky has been phenomenal. Uh, I have not really cared about the story at all. I'm only doing the missions because uh, I'm after this like remembrance stone or something, which is like an item you get at the end of of the quest line, I guess. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked into it, but uh, that's the only reason I'm doing the story. It's kind of on the boring side, but that's just down to preference. I wouldn't say it's boring for everybody, but Uh, man, three species. I feel like it could be expanded upon there. Maybe just have like three overall languages still, like, but different cultures within it or something. But I don't know, like more species. And
Keep carrying, Johnny. I'll be back.
yeah, but basically the way I've played, I've gotten super friendly with one of them, the Viking, which are like the weird looking alien rhino dudes that like to wage war. They're my buddies, and I've just been an absolute scourge on the Gek, which are like the little lizard monster traders. And you know what? Me just being a pirate, destroying like fleets upon fleets of the Gek. That's basically how I've been playing. Apart from just like traveling to different star systems to try and find a special freighter, which is just 100% RNG. Like there's no finite way of finding it, but that's fun. But yeah, pirating the Gek, doing a couple missions for the Bounty Hunter Mercenary Guild, and throwing like small bases on planets that I find cool. That's pretty much been my game cycle. Now, of course, everybody can play it different. Like some people can spend like uh, I don't know, however long, but uh, they can just sit there and explore the entire planet, like every single like species. I don't know, every kind of stone, every species of plant, all the different animals, all that stuff can be discovered, at one go, hypothetically, and then you can move on to the next planet in the system. There's people that do it like that, like just kind of like Lion Country Safari style, and that's fun. But it's all down to preference, and the game is very good, in my opinion, at presenting you with a lot to do with not a lot of moving parts. And I guess that's kind of the charm with like procedural generation, since they don't really they just by design they don't have much input on what happens on some of these planets. And sometimes RNG is just not there. Like some of the species, like the animals that the game generates, is just what on earth is this? Like I've seen uh the equivalent to like an elephant or a rhino, but it's on its two back legs, and they're like less than a tenth of its body, just in like both short legs and very thin. Just like how is this? How is he supposed to be supporting himself? But I mean, I guess that's a bit of a nitpick. But I've also had like a flying octopus, which was a bit strange. But then, like Baron said, there's only so many different classifications of planets and star systems and such like that. Like, the quote unquote rare planets, like the bubble planets that Baron have seen, and like the crystal planets that I've come across. I've run across three of the crystal planets, and they look like the exact same carbon copies of each other. Of course, with just like different terrain. Like instead of just, I don't know, like a desert one with crystals, this one's a jungle with crystals, but same stuff, like literally the exact same asset. And that just gets a little repetitive. But I think overall, it's not bad. And they definitely did a good job. But man,
Sorry, guys.
there's, there's a, yeah, welcome back. There's a few things I think they definitely need to add, like pronto. But I can definitely, yeah, like I said, I think definitely they've gotten pretty far with what they've done so far, but there's a lot more to do to make the game perfect.
Gotcha.
But
Um,
yeah, like
yeah, sorry about that, folks.
coloring your starship. I don't know how they got away with doing it for the freighter before your regular starship.
That is
And then they
very true.
yeah, and considering they already have the system for your exosuit, like you can color that and they have different customizations, but not your ship, huh? Funny how
Yeah,
that works, but
and then they should be able to make it to where you can well not maybe not change parts because then it defeats the point of finding maybe they need to add like advanced parts. Could you imagine? Like instead of adding things into like the different sections, um what's it called? You know how you get to add like a faster booster and this and that and the third and more efficient
Oh yeah,
accelerant.
stuff like that.
Maybe you could go and what's up, Luke? Maybe you can go and add a oh, I want to put this type of wing on my ship. And then they charge a crap ton, or like they got to, of course you got to make it expensive and make actually trading ships more beneficial because that's a huge part of the game, like trading up ships and buying better ships. That's a huge part of the game. So Wayne,
Yeah, up until you get the one you want though.
yeah, like right now my hauler, it's really cool, and then I took the time to add all the different hyperspace jumps to it and all the matter manipulator. Like I added everything to it that I wanted. So
Hmm.
it would take something really good for me to trade it in. I would rather upgrade it than trade it in. It would take something really good.
Yeah, then like that ship you saw in the video that just came out as of the time of recording. Go
Yes.
watch another plug to his channel there, but uh, it was like a B class or A class, and it had like 40 slots open,
Which is
but
a
it was
lot
like 60 million credits.
for a
Like,
ship, not for a freighter, not for a like 60 million for a ship that you probably won't fly around in all the time. That's a steep purchase.
yeah, considering there's so many alternatives to storage,
Yeah.
it's really not worth it.
Mm-mm. Like, and that was what the video was about. That's basically in short what the whole video was. It's not a long one because really I didn't want to. I don't like fluffing videos. I feel like it's disingenuous, like just for the sake of clicks and analytics. A lot of people do. It's hard. Like if it doesn't feel natural, I won't do it. But it's crazy that there's so many different ways of playing the game, and I even mentioned that is old school old man No Man's Sky, old man sky, No Man's Sky. I would have bought that ship in a heartbeat. That would have been immediately like boom, screw it all, bought it because that's a lot of storage, and there at the time there wasn't very many options outside of a freighter in terms of storage. Um,
Yeah.
but now that we got like six different options, and then I can teleport items to my freighter as long as it's in the same star system. Do we have any plans on playing anything else together? You know what? In the final minute, yes, we'll talk about this. Prim, I want to play some more Deceit. We talked about that earlier. I want to play more Dying Light. Um, there was a couple other titles. Bannerlord. I don't know what the multiplayer looks like on Bannerlord now. I know that's something that used to be cool to get into. I'm trying to think about games that we have like right now. Some more free to play ones, because spending money is a very hard thing to do. I mean it's an easy thing to
So,
do, but it's a costly thing.
something I just like got back into recently, and I would love to get you into playing it because I see that you own it. Civilization 5.
Ooh, ooh. Oh,
I feel like it
Grounded.
would be fun.
Johnny doesn't have Game Pass. That's the only reason we haven't played Grounded together.
Nah, but you and Kiddo could run together.
Yeah, me and Kiddo will probably be playing together. Um,
He loves
eh,
that game.
yeah,
He told me.
it's fun, dude. It's a hog. I can't wait till they optimize it because it is a resource hog. On my new rig, it makes me feel like I didn't spend enough money. Like just like if I'm being honest, like it makes me nervous to play it. Like that's the only reason I haven't played it as much is because I feel really nervous. Like damn, because I've been embarrassed on stream. It's something that every streamer goes through, um,
Hmm.
or at least you will go through at one point. What's up, Cliff? I've legit had F's in the chat because my whole stream like died trying to
Oh,
run
I remember
the
that.
hunt. Yeah, it was a miserable day. It was a humbling day, and I'll never get over it. And that's why anytime a game starts cranking really hard, cool thing is, and what makes me proud of my new PC, it wasn't running hard. I have yet to hear my PC running. You know, normally it's bzzz, like I haven't heard nothing. So I'm just being paranoid. But I did see Grounded had an effect on my computer. And I've played games like BattleTech, No Man's Sky, Dying Light. These are heavy, heavy games. But then putting on this game, which the graphics are deep and the processes are heavy, but it's nothing like structurally like anything else I play. But yet for it to hit my computer so damn hard, woof, humbling. It's just because it's not optimized. It's still in beta.
Yeah.
Um, like I wonder what the future updates are gonna look like. The game hasn't even been out 7 days yet, or maybe barely.
Hopefully
Maybe
it's
a
not like another oh god, what was it called? That one game that it was that one EA title that everybody was like so hyped for and then just like
Anthem.
died. Yeah, Anthem. Hopefully it's not
Yeah,
like Anthem.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, it won't be like Anthem. Anthem showed its colors during the betas. Now we're hitting our marker, and we could talk about this on another podcast. But yeah, Anthem. I played the beta for Anthem, and I just knew what it was gonna be, and I hoped for better. But after playing the beta, I absolutely knew, and that's why I didn't buy the game. And Rogue Company, Prim, I believe that one to get into the game is $15. I low key want to play it. Those type of games really aren't my style. Like I don't know if you guys have noticed. I don't play Rogue Company. I don't play Valorant. I don't play Fortnite. Uh, Oh, it
Oh,
will
is
be
it a
free to
battle
it'll be
royale?
free to play soon. Okay, once it's free to play, I probably will jump into it. But I know a lot of the people I work with and the people I write with over at Level One Gaming. Oh yeah, guys, for those who didn't know, I'm a writer now. I'm currently working on an article. I have about 6 articles published up on level1gaming.com. So I am a video game writer as well now. I wish we had a soundboard because I'd clap for myself. Um it, it's
Nice.
it's it's nuts, man. Like it's something I didn't think I would do anytime soon. It's something I've always kind of had in the back of my head, but I've always talked myself out of it. But yep, I am a writer, and it's fun. This latest article I'm working on is actually an easy one, but I'm a little. I don't know why I'm taking so long to do it. It's because I actually care. It's weird when you put your like when I got to take myself out of the paper and just write the news. Like it's really weird. And it's hard to do that with this one because it's something that's special to me. But that's all I got to say. Um, you got anything else to add,
Um,
Johnny?
I think anything uh I'll finish on this. Definitely if you're ever feeling down or, if you don't know what to do with yourself, just remember these words. Join the Empire.
I can't
That's
stand
all I
this
have to
guy.
say.
What's up, Donna? Hey, and Prem, yes, I love my new accessories. Much love to Rocket. They hooked it up with I got a keyboard, a dope desk size mouse pad and a mouse and some Turtle Beach Arrow headsets. They hooked it up big time. I love it. Much love to those guys. Hopefully I can work with them and get a full sponsorship and partnership with them. That'd be really cool. Um Hopefully they hear this and hear that plug. But yes, Johnny will try to get you to join the Empire. Me, I just say be good, live life.
Well,
Uh,
those things don't not mutually exclusive, so perfect.
Much love, everybody. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys are listening live, make sure to go to my YouTube channel, BaronJ67, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I got a crazy goal of getting to 10,000 subs. And also, if you're listening to this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, especially if you made it this far. It's almost mandatory. Um, Much love and peace.
Goodbye.